Elisa Lu, co-founder of Memoket. How are you today, Elisa?
Hi, Brett. How are you? I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited to talk about your new product. Can you give my audience just a quick summary of what you've been building?
Of course, sure. So I've been building Memoket, which is spelled as Memoket, which is literally a AI wristband, which looks something like this on my wrist. That helps you to remember everything. It is something that you can wear as a wristband or as a pendant or as a pin clip. It helps to capture your conversations everywhere you go by really recording the conversations or meetings that you have. Then the AI will be helping you to not just remember that conversation for this time, but actually the full context of all of your conversations over time so that you see the full picture of what you've been talking about or what you've been working on. So it is an AI companion that really helps you to remember, not just every time, but throughout your conversation history. So there you go.
It really stood out to me when I first saw it because I'm on Zooms, which are great, but I also have in-person meetings. I have
Yeah.
my employees that I meet with face to face, and I definitely can't remember everything. So that really stuck out to me was, man, this is going to help me summarize all those meetings I forgot to record or didn't have a chance to record.
Exactly.
Um,
Yep, that's the whole thought. There you go.
what made you think of this idea? How did this get started?
So me and my co-founders, when AI came out, we've been trying to use all of the AI tools already ourselves. We think this is really cool. We've been working in the consumer electronics market for a long time. We've been building products, selling marketing products ourselves. So we're very familiar with the hardware and the consumer electronic side of things. When AI coming, we definitely think that this is going to be huge, and AI should definitely have something that lives in a physical device that actually helps us to do something on top of really just living on the screen. So we've been thinking about building something. We didn't really know what we were trying to build at the beginning. And I'm having my family relocation at the same time. My family relocated to Germany. So I've been working remote, handling kids' school and all that. And then one day, my older son actually asked me, he was like, Mom, you said you wanted to work on AI and you said AI can help you do a lot of work, save a lot of time. But how come you're always there on the screen? How come you're always on your laptop? So that is actually true. Like, man, because of AI, we're able to get AI to do so many things for us, but then we're constantly on the screen to actually work with AI, which starts to get us thinking as to how can AI help us to actually capture more information and help us do more in the physical world, in the interpersonal relationship interactions, other than simply sitting on the screen. And still AI can help us do that. So we've been researching the market, and we thought this is actually something that we ourselves would need, which is a personal companion that helps us to capture conversations when we're too busy to actually do it in front of the screen. Then the AI can actually help us to process all of that information and then give us not just a summary, but everything else that we need from that conversation in the daytime. So here in Germany, or I've been actually traveling around the world, meeting a lot of investors, suppliers, agencies. I'm always on the go. So sometimes I'm driving and an investor calls. Sometimes I am out picking up my son and my coworker calls. So I'm having all of these conversations actually outside of the office, outside of the screen, that I actually really need to capture and process all of the information later. So then the formation of the idea gradually solidifies into this device that actually stays with us all the time, captures the information when we need it to, then the AI at the back end will help process that information at the end of the day, which helps us to save all this time. And well, not just saving time, but really it helps us to do that when we can't physically use a screen or a phone to record the conversation, and then give us the information that we need to know and remember at the end of the day. So that's kind of the whole birth journey of the product, if that answers your question.
That's really cool. It's cool how your kid was saying, hey, you're always at the computer using AI. You're not supposed to be doing that.
I bet a lot of the kids are saying that and using that as an excuse as to why they should be on the screen as well as much.
Exactly.
So this is an ongoing battle in the household, how we're balancing getting the kids to get more into AI, get more into computer engineering, coding, while at the same time we want them to actually not stay on their iPad all the time. I'm pretty sure a lot of parents share the struggle with me.
For sure. And I just as a business owner, entrepreneur, also for me, the real world example, somebody calls me on my phone, and after the call, I'm like, dang, I wish I had my recorder. Or I talked to somebody in-person meeting and I forgot to bring my laptop. So now I don't have a recording of it. So many use cases that I just think, wow, I really wish that was recorded to save me time in the
Exactly.
future.
Actually, so like you said, the more we actually talk to real people, potential users, the more we actually find that the device can actually help them to record information in a lot of situations that we didn't even think about ourselves.
Yeah.
So we met this user in New York, and he's in the medical service, and he's like, when he heard about our product, he's definitely need that when he goes out on the emergency. Like he needs to be there, like he's too busy taking care of the patient, taking care of everything. Same time, they actually need to record everything and make sure everything is clearly marked down as to what has happened, the treatment you've been giving, person, what have you done. So all of that needs to be clearly marked down. But when you're in that situation, helping with the patient, you can't take out a pen or a phone to record conversations, right? So he was like, this is exactly what I need. I need something to record so that I can just talk to device and tell it what's happening, what I'm doing, when I can actually focus on the actual work with my two hands. So actually like, wow, this is definitely something that industry will need. Yeah, there are situations like that where we're like, well, we really hope that this is something that can help people in a really meaningful, potentially sometimes life-saving way. We don't know, but yeah, that helps.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great story to hear too. It's like any other ways I can use it. What
Yeah.
about can you explain the product? Because this was a cool breakthrough for me. Was like, I want to wear another watch or another, wear bracelets or anything like that. But when I heard that it just attaches to my Apple Watch, and then I don't have to always worry about my phone in my pocket, really a light for me to say, wow, that's actually would be something I would wear. Tell me more
Yeah.
about the product.
Sure. So thinking how we come from in the hardware angles. We always think that hardware and the software will definitely have to work together. And the hardware will have to be something that is unintrusive, that
Mhm.
is very easy, very lightweight to carry around. When it is something that you almost want it to blend into your life and kind of about it when you don't need it, but you also have it right there, and just starts working right away when you need it to. So myself am a watch user, almost wear it 24/7. So the wrist space is something that I'm very used to. So we're thinking about the wristband. Then we're thinking like someone from like, it's really hard for me to trade in wearing my Apple Watch, down my Apple Watch, and wear another wristband. So the idea then came up as to, can we actually make it work together with your existing Apple Watch would be the first one that we're working with, and we definitely get a lot of requests and thoughts and ideas coming in as to, oh, can you actually make it work with this watch or that watch? This is the Apple Watch that I'm wearing, and the Memoket gem is actually sliding into the back of the watch. So if I take out the device here, it's just this little device,
Oh, cool.
which is very small. We'll have another wristband you can wear as well. Like you said, you can wear it as a pendant, a pin clip that
Oh,
you
you
can,
can?
your collar and a shirt or something. For me, with the wristband, so this is a that we designed to co-wear with Apple Watch. We'll be giving you all of the connectors to connect that with the Apple Watch here. Connectors cover all of the sizes of Apple Watch. Then you just kind of set into the watch, and then you can wear it. So for me, it is the easiest way. Just won't forget my Apple Watch, so it will be always there. And I don't need to worry about wearing something else with me. And it is, because it's so thin and lightweight, it's like sunglasses, so you barely really feel anything additional on the watch. Yeah, we want it to be as light, as unintrusive, convenient as possible for people And then we want to also make it very versatile. So we develop all of these additional accessories for people to choose from if they don't want to wear it on the wrist. Yeah, we definitely keep that in mind that hardware will be something that people like it, that is there when they need it to be, and want it to disappear and not get in their way. And we hope that this does the work from a hardware standpoint.
Awesome. When you started I'm pausing right there. You just went a little bit higher on the screen, so I don't know. Right there, perfect. Yep. Just I didn't want your head cut off on the top. So
yeah. Thank you for reminding. Okay.
There's perfect. Yep. All right. That's really cool to hear. I'm excited to try it. I got on the early bird wait list already, so excited for that to come. So I can give you some. Yeah, excited to test it out. I'm gonna have to make some YouTube videos about it, of course.
Thank you. There you go. Yeah. You'll be among the first to receive it. Actually, we're shipping the beta products very soon, hopefully this week. So yeah, you're among the first to have it on hand and play around and give us your real feedback.
Awesome. That sounds good. Well, tell me about the app now, because I know you have an app that you download the app. I just saw some really cool examples of the app working with the band and then actually printing out my day. So walk us through how that works.
Yeah, sure. So we've recorded conversations on the device itself. The recordings will then be transferred to the app via Bluetooth, via Wi-Fi. We actually have multiple ways to transfer the audio. Memoket AI will be processing that. It will be providing you a transcript of that conversation. It will be providing you a brief summary of the conversation and also a long summary, like a very structured, layered and organized for your conversation as well. Your conversation involves items like you have a team meeting and people have things to do next. We'll actually be pointing out all of those action items. And what we want is we don't want Memoket to be another thing that you have to install your laptop and another thing you have to kind of with. So we want Memoket to actually seamlessly work within your workflow. So we're now connected to Google Calendar, Apple Reminders, we're connected to Slack, Notion. So for example, when you have your action items identified, you can directly sync that to your Google Calendar so that it's on the calendar. It's become a reminder for you as to you need to do next. So hopefully that makes it more convenient and more seamless for you to actually, from having that conversation to what to do next to actually finishing the work, the whole process can actually happen within your own workflow. Like I said, Memoket doesn't just remember one conversation at a time. I think the point that makes it stand out is really the context. So what we're thinking is not just an AI note taker. What we're trying to build is actually something called the contextual layer between the physical world and AI. So let's say you're recording your conversations from the second conversation onwards, and assuming the first two conversations or the first two recordings are connected, from the second conversation onwards, your Memoket AI will be already identifying the context behind these conversations and actually give you that context. So for example, if we're talking today and we're recording, and for example, if tomorrow we're having a conversation again where we're talking something similar, then Memoket should be able to surface that context to you and tell you, oh, you've actually talked to Elisa about this yesterday. Now your conversation has evolved to include B and C. These are our next steps. So you actually see the full picture of everything that has happened or you have talked about or you've been working on. We actually find that even more meaningful for us. For like us, we're handling a lot of things, working on the same thing over time. We're handling project involving different disciplines. At the end of the day, it will still be us who is piecing the information together, trying to make sane judgments and sane decisions on something. This actually really is helpful there to give us the full picture, to help us make better decisions, to help us make better judgments. So we actually believe the context is, everybody is talking about context. The LLMs are talking about context and memories. And we hope that for doing something on the productivity level in terms of context, we're really helping people to save their time, help them to remember better, help them to be able to spend more time not having to piece all of the information together themselves, but hopefully more time with their families, for themselves, with your fans. And yeah, read the hope there.
So a friend called me and a couple weeks ago, and
Mhm.
I was on the phone and we scheduled a time for him to come see my office.
Mhm.
And I never put it in my calendar. And so I totally forgot. And he showed up at the office and I wasn't there. So the fact that it said if it's not on my calendar, I never remember. So it's got to be on my calendar. So that's huge. That saves me a ton of time right there. Like I would have fixed that one missed meeting.
Exactly. So that's actually making sure that the conversation has a closed loop. So that's either appearing on your calendar, appearing on your Apple reminders on your phone, appearing on something, working on definitely more MCPs or APIs at the back end to make sure that if there's a tool that people are using and they want it to work with Memoket, we definitely want to develop that. Yeah, we just want to make sure that it is, like you said, in your existing workflow. Like you don't have to take out another app, another thing to check, oh, do I remember everything from this app and then from that app? We hope that everything can be synced together in your personal favorite tool that you're using. And you don't have to always come back to Memoket to have to that. So that's definitely
cool.
something we were hoping we can build for people like you.
Sounds helpful. I have a question about the product. When I'm talking, do I have to hold the closer to my mouth so it hears me, or if it's on my side, it can still hear what I'm saying?
So yeah, it covers length. So we have two microphones on the device itself. So it basically covers 360 degrees around you already. And it covers 16.4 feet voice, so 5 meters in terms of length. So basically, if you're in a boardroom, a meeting room, it basically covers all the sound in that room. And we have the enhanced reduction algorithm built into the app itself. So it will be further enhancing the quality of the voices at the software itself. So you don't have to hold it like you're wearing it at wrist or as a pendant. You're just talking naturally, interacting with people naturally, present in the conversation, and that's all you need to do.
Okay. Once it gets to the app, is there a way that it transfers to my computer? Does it send me an email? Can I log in on my computer as well?
That's actually a great question. So we're developing this app, but we actually did get a lot of about a laptop or desktop app. So we're actually like working on that. So it will be either a desktop app or a web-based app on the computer. And about the email, we're also getting a lot of requests about it can be synced to the email as well. So we're also working on that. Phone itself will be giving you the notification when the transfer is done, when the meeting summary is done. Yeah, you always know when everything's ready, phone or in the computer for you to review.
Awesome. Okay, now question that everybody that's been watching has been thinking this entire time. What about privacy? Because there are going to be some conversations I'm going to want to share. Then also, you already know our phones are listening to us. If you've ever signed up for Google or Facebook, we did sign our life away saying you could do whatever you want with our info. So most people don't know that, but it's true. So talk to me about what you're thinking about privacy here.
Sure, definitely. So like I myself, my team, I myself as a mother, as an entrepreneur, definitely put data protection and privacy at the forefront of everything we do. Like I want to make sure this product is something I myself would use, and I myself would use it for my own work, for my family discussions, my kids' discussions at school. So I definitely want all of those to be protected, like about me, right? Extending to the whole community, we definitely know that, entrusting us with the most important information that potentially having. Definitely put privacy and data protection at the forefront of everything we do. We're going through SOC 2 compliance right now. We're expecting that by the time this product ships, getting the SOC 2 compliance audit through. We have multi-layer of encryption. So starting from the moment that the conversation is stored in your device all the way through the fact that it's being transferred in the cloud, single step is encrypted. User is the owner of all of the controls, like conversation or which information is being shared. not just to others, but also which information or which part of the information is shared with the cloud or with others as well. So for example, if you're recording this conversation, you don't actually want it to be processed by AI. Like, I don't need this to be processed by AI. I actually just want to record the audio and I just want to listen and have that audio. That's your choice. You can do that as well. And of course, if we want AI to help process all of this information, we will need to entrust AI, and we're using AWS, we're using Anthropic, Open AI, like using all of the trusted partners to make sure that helping us to through all of these data protection process as well. At the forefront, also, we would definitely want to encourage our users to make sure that before they start recording, they always ask for permission. They ask for, if people are being recorded as well, they always ask for permission. So me, I've developed the habit of asking, well, sorry, if you don't mind me recording this conversation, then I'll go ahead. The device itself, and I'm obviously not using the device to record right now, but the device itself will have a red light on the side that clearly indicates it is recording. So we want that to be a very clear signal sent out as well, so people know this is the device that is actually working, it's being recording, and people are being notified about that fact. So yeah, we definitely want to make sure that the device, from the app, from the company, we're doing everything we can to make sure people's privacy is protected, and we encourage and remind our users to do the same as well.
Okay, just a quick question. On the app, can I go delete a recording?
Yes, definitely.
So, okay.
And if you're deleting, you're choosing to delete everything or like a certain part, and it's all up to your choice. It's all your choice.
Okay, and I don't have to be connected to Wi-Fi to record, right?
No,
do I have to
no,
be connected to cellular or anything? Just Bluetooth, right? Correct.
And even when your phone dies, even when there's no internet, your device itself still works as a recorder to record the conversation when you need to.
Okay. Glad you have the red light, because I've been times where you just forget to hit record and then you miss the whole thing. So like on this podcast, I've checked to make sure we were recording 10 times.
Actually, yeah, the device itself actually will vibrate, starts and stops recording. Just another signal to tell people that, hey, it's stopping to work. Do you have people saying that, forget, how can it remind me? So we're working through all of those, as well. Either you want it to remind you or know that it is working, it has the light, it has the haptics, so that you have all of the actions from the device itself let you know that it is actually starting to work.
Cool. Okay. Helpful. If we think of the ideal person, who's the ideal person that this could really help? Do you have like a ICP in mind, or just anyone?
Well, yeah, like I said, we've been surprised by a lot of the use cases, but actually originally thinking this would fit the lifestyle of a very busy professional. Looking at small business owners, actually had that inspiration actually from our original early supporters. So from the group of early supporters, actually pay and stay with us all the way, agree to do interviews with us, give us a lot of feedback. Half of them are small business owners, like that. They're sharing how, I actually have a user, won't say his name, but he's the owner of a small construction company. And he told me he spends potentially half of his time on the job site, so out and about, clients, talking to his suppliers about the job. So he definitely wants something that will work to record conversations, to record what has been discussed and aligned on when he's out on the site and there's no computer, right? And actually encourage him to try recording conversations on his phone. And his actual life struggle with recording on the phone is whenever a phone call comes, his recording is interrupted. It stops right away. Using the phone's included apps not stop that from happening. So he's constantly on the phone, so many things. So the phone is actually can record, but it's not the most ideal tool to help you stay focused, have that conversation remember. So definitely believes that having an independent device that just does this job is something that he really needs. Then, of course, coming back to the office, having the context tool to help him piece everything together, another thing that he really likes as well. So I would say small business owners, sales professionals, really any knowledge kind of workers who believes that, or who need something to actually record a lot of the conversations, a lot of the, even some people with interview are saying that using it to do digital journaling. So just by having a device to help them capture all of this information, and then having the AI to help them remember not just one journal after another, but the whole context of something that has been happening, been helpful. So like I said, I'm really amazed of how our early users are actually using it in all kinds of different ways. So yeah, I believe the people who definitely would find value in the product when they're going out and about, really convenient to have their laptop or their phone always with them, having a lot of important conversations that they want to remember, or a lot of connections they really value and want to stay focused on those conversations. I think these would be people who actually find the device useful. And then the ultra layer are potential consumers would really be anyone, like the example I shared, the person working in medical industry actually told me he was a lecturer in school, and he could think of this being useful as well, especially when he's having with the parents, conversation with the kids. He wants to follow up as to how a kid is progressing, things like that, right? Like potentially can be used in a lot of different situations. So
Even thinking the students, like if I was in college again, I would love to have that and just record the whole thing for the context.
Actually, yes. I have a few reporters who are MBA students, and they use it to record their calls so that the class, you're not taking like those anymore. They're just focusing on interacting with the teachers, interacting with your classmates, and then they can still review and study the course at the end of the day. So yeah, that's
So what I'm going to use it to write my social media posts.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. So everything I talk about today, I could use as a post for tomorrow.
That's awesome, actually. So you would record the conversations and then ask AI as to, like, based on all of the conversations I have today, write my post for tomorrow. Is that how you might?
Yep. Write a helpful educational post, founder that people could learn from. My day yesterday.
Actually, I might try that right away.
You should do it.
That's awesome. Yeah, actually, I haven't thought about it. See, people are so creative. Our users are really creative. Amazing.
I know. I love the construction one because I actually was in construction when I first started my first job. So I understand that you've got a phone call, and if I'm trying to record on my phone, I'm going to put it in my pocket, and I don't know if it's actually recording in my pocket or hearing me. And then so that how many different use cases, which is incredible. Doctors, nurses, emergency, even police officers, like so many different applications, which are going to be really cool to see.
Yeah, like let me read this guy. Like I just truly hope that it helps people when they really need the help. And they find it unintrusive. They find it convenient and useful to work with. Definitely the hope that we're having here.
Awesome. Well, I know you have an early bird promoter special. I signed up for it, so I want to test it out. Tell our audience they should sign up for that, what your offer is and what they should expect.
Sure, thank you. Yes, we do have an early bird program right now. Basically, you pay two options. Actually, we're opening up and widening our choices for our users. So you either pay a $5 reservation fee now, and then you only pay the rest at shipment. So right before shipment, and we're expecting to ship the actual mass production product in August. Cool. By reserving that, you actually pay $199 in total, and you get a Memoket Jam device, which is the actual small little device here. The device, which are in two colors. So this is the midnight gray. I'm trying to name it after some cool names. So this is the midnight gray. We have the moon silver, which is the silver color. You get the device. You also get your choice of an accessory. So it will be either a watch co-wear band or an independent wristband. So either or. And then on top of that, we're also offering a 1-year unlimited AI subscription plan completely for free in the whole package. So usually that would be, the subscription would be additional cost, but thank our early supporters and to really help to get our early supporters to have no burden in trying all of the AI features of the product, offering that 1-year unlimited usage of the Memoket app for free, which is all included in the package for $199. All you need to pay is $5 right now to reserve that spot, and then you pay the $194 ships. So that would be one option. The other option we're actually offering right now is pay $179 right now, and you get that full package that I said. With the additional $20 by paying in full right now, by paying in full on to reserve your spot and also to support us on as well. So for early birds, you get the device, the wristband of your choice, a 1-year unlimited AI subscription plan, all for free, included in the $199 package. So we definitely hope that the early bird package would some of our users early access to the product, and at the same time, give them the chance to try all of our AI features and give us honest feedback, the burden of paying additional subscription fees.
Awesome. So there you go. That sounds like a great offer, especially the year of AI. That's really cool that you're offering that.
Yeah, I heard a lot of saying that, these apps and tools are now requesting subscription fees, lose track of how many subscriptions they have. Definitely hear that. The reason why people are all charging for the subscription fee because tokens are expensive. As a company, we also use all of the LLMs in the market to help us run the AI model. So we also need to pay for that tokens as well. We definitely want to make sure that it's our early supporters who are so valuable in terms of to give us feedback, leave us comments, very active in our Discord and Slack communities, like constantly giving us ideas on how we can improve our product. So we definitely appreciate all of their support and want to give them back in return as well, product and value standpoint.
That's really cool. All right, well, where can somebody go sign up for that? Make sure I post any links down below this video as well.
Thank you. Yeah, when we go to memoket.ai, so that would be memoket.ai. That would be our official website. You can go from there. It's right there on the web page. The early bird program right on the front page on the homepage of the web page. You can sign up to our newsletters as well to stay updated on all of the upcoming product news from Memoket.
Awesome. And I know you've been posting on X as well. So previously Twitter. So look, I've been watching the updates on that as well. I'll post that link down below as well, if that's okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, it'd be great if we can spread the words and just hope that people are not just like coming in and checking out the product, but really give us their thoughts. And we have been really appreciative of all of the people who are waiting to not support us, but just feedback, give us comments, give us ideas on how we can improve the products. We definitely believe that that has been a very useful and helpful way get support from our early users. That's
awesome. Hey, you know what? I just thought of one more application. I would actually use that to write a book. If I ever wanted to write a book, I would just talk out loud all day. Yeah. Talk while I'm on the treadmill, or if I have a thought maybe for a chapter, I could just say it out loud in the car. So an author could even use it, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, inspirations on the go. Also, even when you're in your office, and that's a great idea. Even when you're in the office sitting down, talking is almost 3 times faster than typing. So if you're someone who has a lot of ideas, a lot of creative, cool ideas, and typing can't catch up with your thinking, that's actually another very cool idea. Yeah.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm looking forward to testing it out and receiving mine so I can show it off a little bit.
Yeah, looking forward to you showing it to your audience and you experiencing it and give us your honest feedback. Like, that's the most important thing we want to ask. Just honest, real feedback. Even if they're negative, that's totally fine. We definitely hope that your feedback will help us improve the product and make it better very soon.
For sure. And thank you everyone for watching and joining us for this podcast. I really appreciate it. Be awesome if you subscribed, if we brought you any value. And of course, go check out the links down below. So I will see you all on the next episode. Awesome. That was
Thank
really
you.
good.